Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is NORLIANA binti MAHMOOD from L4T1. Matric number is A22B1057. So today we want to discuss about the theories and concepts in the field of the management. Before that, we must know about the management. Management can be defined as all the activities and tasks were undertaken for the purpose of achieving an objective or goal by continuous activities such as planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. There are three types of characteristics of organization: this goal, people, and structure. So as you can see, in management, we have some of the major contributors to the practice, such as Frederick Winslow, Henry Grant, Mary Parker, and Max Weber. All of them relate to general administrative activities in management. Firstly is Frederick Winslow. Frederick Winslow Taylor is an American mechanical engineer who quit the specialty of industrial efficiency. He born on 20 March 1856. He was widely known for his method to improve industrial efficiency. He was one of the first management consultants. Frederick Winslow Taylor is also known as father of scientific management, which is also came to be known as Taylorism. Taylor believed that it was the role and responsibility of manufacturing plants manager to determine the best way for the worker to do the job and to provide the proper tools and training. Taylor also widely known for his method to improve industrial efficiency. Frederick Taylor is considered the father of scientific management and the first management or business consultant. His ideas were revolutionary at the time but are now considered outdated by many industrial engineers. His methods were often called Taylorism and are often discredited today. Among his principles was the concept of doing time and motion studies, breaking down all work tasks into their component parts and measuring how long each took and how this will be improved and make more efficient. Taylor believed that it was the role and responsibility of manufacturing plants manager to determine the best way for the worker to do the job and to provide the proper tools and training. Taylor also believed that all workers were motivated by money, so he promoted the ideas of a fair day pay for a fair day work. Taylor's philosophy focused on the belief that making people work as hard as they could was not as efficient, was optimizing ways the work was done. In 1909, Taylor published the Principle of Scientific Management. In this proposed that by optimizing and simplifying job productivity will increase. So, what is the advantage of Frederick Winslow? The advantage is increased production, managers being in control of their workers, the cost of production is reduced, the performance-based payment system is introduced and reduced in currency. The disadvantage of Taylor theory that this management system is costly method that the control of employees may reduce job creativity and motivation toward work. Moreover, workers are alienated, unemployment increase as workers can be easily replaced by new technologies and employees are de-skilled. We move to next, which is Henry Fayol. Henry Fayol was a French mining engineer, mining executive, author, and director of mines who developed a general theory of business administration that is often called Fayolism. The first Henry Fayol principle of management is based on the theory that if an employee is given a specific task to do, they will become more efficient and skilled in it. This is opposed to a multitasking culture where an employee is given so many tasks to do at once. Define management as a process consisting of activities to plan, organize, mobilize human resources, and carry out control to achieve goals. We can say that management is all management processes from planning to supervision to achieve certain goals. Management function according to Henry Fayol is planning, organizing, directing, coordination, and controlling. What is Henry Fayol management theory? The first Henry Fayol principle of management is based on the theory that if an employee is given a specific task to do, they will become more efficient and skilled in it. It is opposed to a multitasking culture where an employee is given so many tasks to do at once. Management principle according to Henry Fayol. Henry Fayol also put forward some management principles. This include the following. The 15 principles of management were introduced in 1916 by Henry Fayol. Fayol was managing director of mining company responsible for over 1,000 employees and based his theories on his observation is made this statistics. So, what are the advantages of Henry Fayol theories? Firstly, it promotes a team concept, and secondly, it motivates employees to fair compensation. For example, is one theory that continues to prove true is the idea that business leaders must compensate employees in manners that motivate them to perform above standard. Salaries and wages are always a delicate subject, especially as it relates to gender pay equality. Fail, however, went further than just talking about money, believing that non-monetary compensation was equally important. Today, it's easy to see examples of that kind of compensation, such as overhand out extending employees and company which management and employees interact as humans beings without worrying about their status at the office. Meanwhile, for the disadvantage associated with the 14 principle of management, including failure. Meanwhile, for the advantage is there are some advantages associated with the 14 principle of management, including Fail based his work on his own experience in management and not on any empirical research. It is off topic and very inward looking, not giving any consideration to customer needs. Fail also create the model in a very different time. Next is Mary Parker. Mary Parker was an American management consultant. She was the one of two great women management experts in the early days of classical management theory. She also known as mother of modern management. She said leadership is not defined by the exercise of power but by the capacity to increase the sense of power among those lead. Follett practiced this principle of coordination that helped develop her theory's management. Firstly is direct contact. For example, direct contact between employees and managers help organizations avoid conflicts and misunderstandings. Follett practiced this principle of coordination that helped develop her theories of management, which is direct contact, early stage, reciprocal relationship, continuous process. They also have three key principles in Follett management theory, which is integration, power with, and group powers. Follett's management theory is still in favor today. Small businesses and employee-centric companies may find profound success at adopting certain elements of her theories for every day. What are the advantages of the Mary Parker Follett theory? Firstly, is group interaction benefits. The Mary Parker Follett theory simulated group interactions and moved away from the traditional idea of company organization in which each group of employees must dedicate themselves to fulfilling their duty without being interested in the work of other groups within the organization. Meanwhile, for the disadvantage is not a specific theory or strategy, doesn't always work, integrated problem solving is not always possible, lack of disciplines, and lastly, won't be effective in today's largest companies and franchises. Lastly is Max Weber. He born in 1864. Max Weber was a German sociologist and the author of The Protestant Ethic and the Spirit of Capitalism. He took a keen interest in industrial capitalism and was curious to know why it worked in certain countries and didn't in others. Weber traveled in the United States in 1904 and studied the nation economy, rational organization as bureaucracy. Theory of bureaucracy proposed that all businesses tasks must be divided among the employees. The basis for the division of tasks should be competencies and functional specialization. In this way, the worker will be well aware of their roles and work in the organization and what is expected of them. The Max Weber theory of bureaucracy is a part of classical management theory. What is Max Weber bureaucracy? Firstly is task specialization, formal selection, impersonality and personal indifference, hierarchical layer of authorities, rules and regulation, and lastly is career orientation. The definition of Weberian bureaucracy as provided by Max Weber is bureaucracy is an organizational structure that is characterized by many rules, standardized procedures and requirements, number of tests, and meticulous division of labor and responsibility, clear hierarchies and professional, almost impersonal interaction between employees. According to Max Weber's bureaucratic management theories, Weberian bureaucracy is structure that must be implemented in all big organizations. He proposed this to ensure the structural operation of all tasks by a hard number of employees. Furthermore, in Max Weber bureaucracy, qualification and competence are the only basis for hiring and promotion of workers. So, the advantage of Max Weber theory is running of administration duties. The key responsibilities of bureaucracy is to run the day-to-day administrations in accordance with the policies, law, rules, regulations, and division of the government. The political executive simply exercise guiding public functions, hence bureaucracy is very important for controlling and supervising functions. The second advantage is division of labor. Division of labor makes work easier and leads to specialization. One cannot discuss the advantage and disadvantage of bureaucracy without discussing the needs for division of labor. Organizational charts show and ensure an efficient flow of information in an organization and help employees know who to report to. The division of labor allow people to get to know each other across the organization. For the disadvantage, firstly is poor efficiency of service and goods. A bureaucracy creates numerous rules and laws that must be followed to the benefit of all. As a result, this slow down processes and systems. Additional rules and law can be added at visual any time to cause delay, hence complicating and workload that people must endure. This may include additional forms to fill out, new filling regulation, or new evaluation that must be conducted. It is a process that fosters safe productivity but limits the true productive potential of individual departments. Secondly is nepotism. Nepotism in bureaucracy is often a problem. The manager sitting on top may favor their own people and help them rise quicker than more deserving individuals. So the conclusion is management theories are a collection of ideas that recommend general rules for how to manage an organization or business. Management theories address how supervisors implement strategies to accomplish organizational goals and how they motivate employees to perform at their highest ability. Thank you.